Welcome back to another morning skate show with the hockey coach guru, Coach Francis, directly from the beautiful Sunshine State in Florida. It's Tuesday, May 17. It's a game day. It's the second round of playoff for NHL 2022 start tonight. The first game is going to be in Sunrise in South Florida, where I am. And the Tampa Bay Lightning is going to play again the Florida Panthers, the Cats. We'll see how they're going to happening. And then also we have a 9:30 game tonight. The Colorado Avalanche hosts of course, the St. Louis Blues. And today we're going to talk about on the Tuesday. We're going to talk about the preview of the second round. We're going to talk about the Tampa Bay series versus the Florida Panthers. We're going to talk about the prediction, everything on that. And then we're going to talk about the St. Louis Blues versus the Colorado. Then a couple of news around the league with you. A couple of change coach yesterday. A couple of signature. We're going to talk about this, the injury. And Lambert in Trotz, where he's going to be. I'm going to give you another perspective of Barry Trotz. I tried to figure out a little bit more why Trotz is out and why Lambert is in. Yeah, something is not right with Lou Lamoriello right now. We have something I don't understand. So I'm going to give you what I'm thinking about this. Is it maybe the end of Barry Trotz as a coach? I don't know. That's going to talk about this today. And then at the end, of course, the French quiz, the under, over, and exact. We're going to finish this one over there. So a lot of people in the room already. We thank each one of you. We're going to welcome a little bit some of you, and I'm going to show to you my new graphics of the playoff NHL. I did this morning. It's a new video we create, we develop, we get better with time, and we graphic those kind of information like that. So hopefully you enjoy the graphic. If you like the video behind me, let me know, and that'd be great. Don't forget, first of all, like I said, to click on the like. That'd be great. And we want to thank Mr. Danny T, the moderator of the Hockey National Show. He's the one carry on you guys and entertaining you in the chat room. So we want to thank him for what he does for the Hockey National Show. We are really grateful to have my friend Danny T, the Butterbean. Here we go. We have Mr. Kilo. Kilo is just out of the jail. Mr. Kilo, he did not know, but since Friday you had been to the jail. He sent last night, honestly, with 0-3 Friday night. But it's a new day. It's a new way to pick up your selection prediction tonight at 6 o'clock p.m. with Mr. ENORTAP. And don't forget to join us with Mr. ENORTAP, 6 to 7 o'clock. We have Mr. Samuel Adiaz. He's in the house tonight from upstate New York. We welcome Mr. Jose Duarte is in the house. And my friend, mon ami Gabriel Poupou. Gabriel, welcome back. A long time. We saw you last week at some point. But Gabriel has always been a great asset for the Hockey National Show. Thanks, Gabi, to be with us. From Finland, and from Finland, he's going to give us some update about the World Championship in Finland. It's played at Tampere. Tampere, I believe it's Tampere, the name of the city. Yamo gave us some update, what's going on over there, some result about this, and any information you have for us, please sharing with us for sure. Thank you so much, Yamo, to be with us today. And from L'Île Perrot, welcome back, Mr. Richard Mullen. Thanks to be with us, Mr. Richard Mullen. Hopefully you have an amazing, great weekend, and you're ready to rock and roll the second part of the playoff. Kipis, I don't know what this Kipis is. And Mr. Salah, well, Mr. Salah is with us this morning. Mr. Salah, thanks to be with us. And Mr. John Sweetland is also with us this morning. John, how are we doing? Hopefully an amazing, great Tuesday. And thanks to stop by, say hi. And don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be great. I think Coach Lambert is the uncle of the Finnish player, Brett Lambert. I don't know. that would bring me to me at some point, but I need to look about this one over there, Mr. Yamo. I will do some search about that. I would love to hear this a little bit more, Mr. Yamo, about that one over there. Danny, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Mr. Renault back in the house. Renault. We missed you last night, Mr. Renault. We did another power play. We did a power play show last night, 9 to 11 o'clock p.m. We want to thank Michael Devino, ENORTAP, and Andrew Lepage for their participation last night. And I think it was pretty good overall, the program, the show. We talk about different news around the league, and it's always a pleasure having Mr. ENORTAP and Michael Devino. I just watched your new video. Which player that you expect to be full-time in NHL next season outside of Carfield? Ski Romy would be asking if you're another GM. If you talk about forward or defenseman, Renault, other effect, Justin Barron be full-time, Renault, as the defenseman on the right side. I still believe of all the new defensemen, Harris, Nylander, Ajak, or Caden Cooley, I will believe Caden Cooley is the most closest player can be as a defenseman. I'm not sure he will stay there all year long, because I think can use talk about this last week or 2 weeks ago. Possible player will be up and down at some point, but I think Caden Cooley is the most defenseman on the left side to join. On the forward, I don't expect anybody else other than the fact JC Alonen is going to be the one I believe can jump in NHL. The way I'm looking for is to see what they look like, Yann Mézak and Joshua Roy. I don't want to give them exclu, but they will get their chance at the rookie camp. But to make the team, I'm not sure that would be about that. Now, what happened with the first round pick, everything like that? We don't know who's going to get it, who you're going to get, everything like that. So I cannot promise to Shine Wright or another players like Nemec or Slavkovsky going to make the team, but that's maybe a little bit longer answer you were looking for. But I try to give you the best about that one over there. Thank you, John. Appreciate it a lot. Solar, players are going to look at Montreal and know they will be cap space when Price Weber are off the books. They will see amazing defense prospect, great young forward, and open roster spot. Yeah, again, you know, I do video every single day, guys. And I try to figure out, okay, what he can do. Until we don't know what Carey Price is going to do. By the way, you talk about video, guys. I did one this morning about who should be moved for the Montreal Canadiens. And when you do those kind of the study or you search, everything like that, and you listening people left and right, it's easy to talk about Weber and Petrie and possible Armia. Possible what's going on at Big Biron with Gallagher, Drouin, and Hoffman. I think they are all mentioned. But at the end of the day, we don't know what Carey Price is going to do. And until we don't know what he's going to do, that's completely changed everything. Because his money, the 10.5, could be applied on the long-term injury reserve. That open up money for them. Because if you remove Weber off the map, all right, with Petrie example, that gave about Montreal Canadiens $14 million. Let's add another $5 million. That's 19. Add Price, that's $30 million. Minus the salary cap they have already at $12 million or $11 million. That'll give them about $20 million to spend. Are they rebuilding? Are they retooling? Are they want to get a better team right away or not? Tomorrow my video is all about Chris Letang. But we'll see what we can do about this one over there. You're welcome, Jose. Mr. Gabriel Pupu is in the house. Strasik, welcome back. Congratulations for UW yesterday. 2 exciting games tonight. You know, game 1, 3, 5, and 7, of course, are the most important thing on the playoff. The Panthers have to win at home, make a statement to the Tampa Bay Lightning. We know they're missing a brand point. Brendan Point will be out, and also for Mason Marshman for the Florida Panthers are already out for the lineup for the game number 1. On the Colorado Avalanche is to see how they're going to perform the Blues. We're better seeing if really the Colorado continues what they did at the beginning of the first round with 4W straight. Well, Mr. Pierre Martin is in the house with Strexik. Thank you so much. About that, Mr. Alexandre Meilleur. Welcome, Mr. Alexandre. Bienvenue. Merci d'être avec nous ce matin, ou ce midi. N'oubliez pas, guys, to click on the like. Tampere is called the Hockey City, and also Helsinki are the game out play at that moment. Helsinki, of course, the capital or the hockey world over there. Kipis is cheer. Here we go. Cheer. Kipis Yamo. Kipis Yamo. Some more chum, Danny. Salah, thank you, Coach Frenchy. I love being there chatting hockey with all these great people, including yourself. Thank you so much, Salah. That's the beauty of what we do at the Hockey Nation Live Show. We talk about hockey because we love hockey, but the most important thing, guys, you are the one make it fun here by being respectful, but also bring some great knowledge and a great statement, a great update, and that's make this channel special. Of course, we would love to be 40, 60, but it will come. I predict this channel is going to be great at some point. And maybe one day, and maybe at 2025, I'm going to work for a bigger station. Can we say, maybe draft me, say, hey, we would like you to speak in French, or maybe we want you to be on that channel, whatever it is. I still believe I'm still striving for excellence. I'm still driving to get more. And I think this channel is just at the beginning of the great way to bring more continents and better people to understand what hockey is all about, sharing, maybe bring you to love the game again. That's the beauty of what we try to do here. I read something like that on the Twitter account. All the players still in Helsinki, or some teams stay in Tampere. Yeah, back and forth. Maybe Yamo can give you an idea, but yes, what happening about that? I was there last night a bit. Mike, no, he's a great fat for sure. Yeah, Mike is a great knowledge about hockey. Renault, really knowledge about prospect and everything like that. Always fun with him. You know, I know Michael for 10 years when we scout at some point, and we met each other at the NHL draft. I think this rebuild should be retooled because we have awesome prospect on the pick, just need cap space, a few free agents will not play for Martin St. Louis. Yeah, so like patient. We cannot tell anybody. I would love to thank one more year, but we'll see what's happening. I can, you know, a top 10 pick next year would be great for the Montreal Canadiens to be what they want to be. And, you know, at that moment to see, okay, who we pick in July 7th. Is it Shane Wright? Is it Safosky? Is it Nemec? Is it Cooley? All those picks is going to be interesting, you know. It's hard because you hear so many things, right or wrong, I don't know, about fun players. So, but the next week, I'm already this week, I'm working right now on the pick number 2 and the pick number 3 for the Montreal Canadiens, because that's really where I want you guys to understand what they can be, because you already know what they're going to get, number 1. But I want you to think about 10, 15 players. Their selection could be between those 15 players and at the rank where the Flames going to be, and then also the number 33. So that'll give you an idea what we try to accomplish the next couple of weeks. Tampere is the mainstay where also fan play in the final hour, brand new arena. Helsinki play the Group B where Canada play. Here we go. We got it now. Price is so much a massive question mark. Yeah, it is right now. The problem, Salah, we don't know, and nobody knows at the end of the day. And my only thing I would say that whatever he does, quicker is better to know what the situation. Unfortunately, we don't know because they need help. But I open the door, what direction they're going to do, the Montreal Canadiens. One day we know exactly what Carey Price is going to do. And we'll go from there. Cole, did you say Weber is out to Arizona or just need to sign the paper? At the trade deadline, Arizona and the Montreal Canadiens was 99.9 to get that trade done deal. But unfortunately, the paperwork was not completely finalized between both teams, and they had to push back over there. Now, when it will happen, it could happen a little bit later. We are still waiting for the NHL to take a decision about what they're going to do next next year about Shea Weber, but next year, this next couple of weeks. They pushed back last year to take a decision. Can he be retired? If he's retired, they can penalize or not the Nashville Predators. They still between the NHL lawyer and the NHL PA talking about this, everything like that. So if not this case, Shane Weber, it would be retired already. So we may have to see with this going to turn around. And I believe me, they would try to do the best to helping the Arizona Coyotes to be sure they cover their salary cap minimum for next year. So it's not helping a lot the Montreal Canadiens in one way. It just dropped the salary for $8 million, but they completely take off this on the salary cap a long term. So that's a good thing about this, because what happening with this, and I would try to make a video to explain what is, because a lot of people don't understand the salary cap completely, and I would try to make a video. I'll just give you an idea how this works, all right? When you put a player on the long-term injury reserve, his salary is out of the salary cap. So if you are a player $5 million, the salary cap is out. So you can bring another player to put the salary cap. But you have a rules about this. If your salary cap is at $75 million at that moment, and that player is removed is going to be on long-term injury reserve, he cannot be out of your salary cap because you have to make a difference between the $75 million to the gap until to $81.5 million. So until you don't reach this number of 81.5, everything after that count on the long term, but before that, you cannot. So I'll give you another example. The salary cap is at 81.5. Your salary cap right now, at that moment we speak together, is at $80 million, right? And then you have the players is going to be on the long-term injury cap. We're going to give you guys $5 million, that players. So $80 million, all right? And then you're going to take out $5 million. That'll bring you back at $75 million. Then you sign another player for $8 million. That'll bring you back at $83 million. You survive because the $5 million cover you the 81.5. And that's what's a little bit difficult to understand that part over there, because people say, oh, we take out already the $5 million. You cannot remove the money until your salary is closed, is at 81.5. The Tampa Bay Lightning does a really good job about that one over there. They always try to be at 81.4, 0.3, and everybody go the long-term injury. Now the money does not count on the salary cap. But the gap between 81.5 and the player go a long-term injury reserve does not count until you reach the $81.4 million. So I will do my best next time to explain to you with number on the board. I will do a homework for everybody. Mr. David Ante, the #1 pianist and piano on the music about the Christian. We love you, Mr. David. Always a pleasure to listen to you in the morning, early in the morning, and when I do my workout at home. We appreciate Mr. David. Thanks to be a part of the show today. Climb the top rope, and that's a fly elbow smash on the lights. Coach has been, we love you. Thank you so much, Mr. I agree, one more year, expect to miss the playoff, then at 2017. Renault. So if you're working for another team, you will be calling the Abs about Cooley or Byron. If Kosinski, Romano are off the table. Yes, I believe the Montreal will not trade Cooley and Byron, honestly, Renault. But if I was looking for them, and by the fact, I need to do my prospect. I did my prospect forward defense and goalies this last weekend. I need to know now to give you the 20 best prospect Montreal Canadiens. And it start with Suzuki. It's coming after that with Caulfield. And after that, it's coming also with Romanov. And then the best prospect at that moment, I will have to go with Barron. And then you have to go with Cooley. And then after that, you don't know, because you don't know what Joshua Roy is going to do. You don't know Ridley Kidney is going to do. We don't know Emil Ineman is going to do. You have J.C. Lennon, you have Jan Mizak, you have Sean Farrell right now play in the World Championship. You have a ton of players. But again, one have a difficult time is Norlander. He came back last week and he struggled in the American Hockey League. I'm questionable a lot about Norlander. But again, the time will tell us about that one over there. What could Romy fetch on the trade this summer if they are able to go with goalie Byron and Mailloux? The problem with that, Renault, they will not trade Romanov. Romanov is theirs. By the fact, they talk about maybe a bridge contract right now this morning on the French-Canadian TV station. They're not going to trade Romanov. Coley would be an option over there, but if you think about the defenseman, at some point they will let go Edmondson, and they're going to keep goalie, Romanov, and the rest after that. It could be Norlander, Harris, Ajak is another one over there. Mailloux is the right defenseman. Mailloux would be 3 years before he reached the NHL. Mailloux missed almost like 2 years of hockey right now. He have a great talent, great skill, but you need to develop a couple of things. You need to get better for Mailloux. But that's another one is on the prospect list for the Montreal Canadiens. Nathan Gaucher just won the Mike Bossy Award, Best Professional Prospect of the QM. He could be out earlier. I would like Bergeron to return to the Bruins. Do you think it was going to happen? For what I listening the press conference yesterday, and I'm reviewing again today, and what he said in French in Montreal. You have two ways with Bergeron. He's coming back with the Bruins, or he get retired. So he's not going to play with Montreal. He's not going nowhere every time that. Sometimes players are leaving the game because of the injury, because right now they hit the wall, every time that. It's sad because Bergeron is still at 37, a really great hockey player. He's still on nomination for the Selke Trophy. But also, at some point, you have the family. You have 3 kids, you have a wife, and he know the body may be not there anymore. And that's what I want you hit the summer. That's why you try to figure out everything at the same time. I don't know, David, what he's going to do yet. I would not be surprised if he decide to retire. Whatsoever the pressure to tell them, all right, one more year. But sometimes it's better to go 1 year at the right time, and maybe that's the right time for him. And I would put Boston in a very bad situation because they don't have really a center 1 and 2 anymore if Bergeron leave the building for sure. Joshua will score over 50 goals in 60 games. He has nothing less to show in the QM. As may have was promote him. If he can does, well, I like him a lot more. Right. And I can understand he scored 50 goals. I can understand that the problem of what was like when he was drafted last year, he had 2 things against him. First of all, at 15 years old, when he got 16, he was the first overall draft pick in QM by the batters against the batters. Never works over there. He have to go to Sherbrooke when he get better and everything like that. He really developed the year number 2 in the QM as a hockey. He understood what he need to do. Now, the third thing is that it's good to perform in junior, but it's harder when you perform the next level. And because you cannot go back in American Hockey League, and that problem, you have to go back in QM. So he would have to have an amazing, great year or rookie camp to stay with the Montreal Canadiens next season. I think for the situation where the Montreal are right now, I think for me they will return him. At least he's exceptional like a rookie camp. But again, I will say to you, I'll be shocked to keep him 1 year. I think they will let him 1 more year. He's going to play with Sherbrooke. He's going to have an amazing, great year. And then he maybe go to Memorial Cup. He's going to play for Team Canada. He's going to be at the World Championship. And he's going to reach a great year because I believe maybe in August, he's going to be at the Team Canada Junior because they have one in August. So they give him a lot of experience to learning, to get that over there. That's the reason I believe he will not be with Montreal next year. But again, how he can relate that kind of skill to the NHL, we don't know yet. So will be interesting. I think for Joshua, it's going to be a great steal for the Montreal Canadiens, I believe, as a fifth round pick. That's a great point, Renaud. Is great having you here, Ghost. You bring some knowledge on the prospect. You did great explaining the long-term injury point. Thanks, you're welcome. I'm on other point, but yeah, man, that would be awesome if weapon out the lap prospect. I really don't like into prospect that much. I take only a few minutes. For sure, Danny, I was not even thinking about web. We'll make some real game about that. That's true, Renaud. Mr. RJ Calabro is in the house today. I coach back in the house. RJ is said it. And let's move on here, guys. We're going to bring you. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes if you don't mind. That'd be awesome. And then we are here at on the way I wanted to mention to you. Bad news for the minor last night. He got carjacking at the mall somewhere around Toronto last night, and with 3 people with gun show up around his car, everything like that. Nothing happened to him personally, like an injury, everything like that. But look, imagine yourself in the car with someone coming with a gun and push you out of the car, and they have to steal your car, everything like that. He was with a friend. He did not participate today at the press conference for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm going to get more news about this press conference with Zuba and Keith today. But very sad news for Mitch Marner. The good news is did not have any injury or anything under the effect, like, mentally, I think is good. So that's the reason he didn't participate to the press conference. And I think it was the right thing, the right decision to do for him today. Coach, Nice decided to go back to school. Do you think he does not want to play with the league? Not at all, Jose. I believe Nice play for Minnesota golfer. Oof, this is a long shot. Coach, sometimes his memory is not always there. When you talk about many players, prospect, everything like that. Matthews, but Coach, he got it because he got it. Coach, Nice played with three City Storm and USHL. Then he went to 1 year with a Minnesota golfer, NC Jose. This team is going to be great next year. They expect to be the top 4 in university, maybe have a chance to win the Final 4 next year. So he returned there for that one over there. Exactly what happened with Owen Power last year, Matthews Bernie, Johnson, everything like that. They want to win. They want to get that one. So Jordan Harris for Montreal did 4 years. Sean Farrell returned this year. And I think that's the reason he does this. Jose, nothing to do with the Toronto Maple Leafs about that one over there. Yep, it was a crazy news about this. That guy is okay. I think Manuel will not longer be scared of the corner and getting during the game and what happening. Much more dangerous can play in NHL. Mr. Alan Barnes, welcome aboard. I do believe we aren't mentally from those type of experience. Mind you could offend someone. You guys think it was targeting or more random? It looked like it was more random, Renaud, for what the police said this morning. But again, we'll see. Like I said, he's going to get ready to rock and roll. The Selke Trophy nomination, Alexander Barkov, no surprise. Patrice Bergeron, no surprise. And I called it. I called Elias Lindholm 3 weeks ago. It's going to be a nomination for the Selke. And I think because he's underrated. And when I'm listening, the ex-Montreal Canadien, Conroy, he is now the assistant GM for the Calgary. He talked a lot about him during a morning show. And that's what I took about information about this. Then I make some analytic number. And then I realized Lindholm should be a nomination. And that's where we're at. I don't know if they go with Bergeron or Barkov. I think Lindholm have not chance to win it. But I think he's underrated for sure. And he's going to play a big he's going to be a big asset for the Flame again, McDavid or Trestle during the next playoff round. About that one over there. Likely random is happening a lot more people know about that one of this. So that's the nomination about this. I don't know which one you would like to tell me what you're thinking about that one over there. But that's where a quick result about this. Peter Dobert gets fired yesterday by the Vegas Golden Knight. New voice, new direction. That's what the comments about Brett McCormick and the general manager. And that's it. That's all for him. It's not easy, guys. And coaching in the NHL right now, they have so many players, coach, everything like that. And I think I said, people asking me, coach, but why they fired a lot? It's just because they don't make the playoff, they don't perform, everything like that. I'll be honest with you guys. It's not easy the last 3 years in NHL with COVID. The bubble year, half season, come back with only a couple of weeks or 1 month, come back again. Those guys work 16, 18 hours per day. They have no moment. I'm talking about 10 months. So at some point they reached the bottom of the bottom, and they just, and I think the COVID did not help everything about preparation, the plan, everything like that. So they are not now. I think the team with the salary cap problem they have, it's easier to change the coach, change the players, everything like that. So I can understand that also. But it's like a very big carousel right now, what's going on around the league. It's very strange, but I don't know, guys. It's really strange for that one over there. Mana likes to walk around flashy. I remember the wedding, right? He probably his girlfriend about the in Montreal was telling me, he mentioned what someone you do. See that. Back out deserve it, Jose Duarte. The fact that we survived made you may have learned a valuable lesson. I agree with you. So he's trying to be Justin Beaver. I saw that 3 guy. And I think Mr. Barkov is going to get it. I agree with you about that one over there. Next one I want to talk about, guy, is the Lane Lemberg higher up on your calendars. I want to show to you another perspective the Barry Trotz relate to Lane Lemberg. Gérard Galland coached in NHL for over 10, 15 years. Every time he got a new job as a head coach, start with Columbus Blue Jacket. After the Montreal, he stopped over there. He left the team over there as assistant GM. He got from Columbus to Panthers to Vegas to Rangers. He always worked with Mike Kelly. Always. Assistant coach. Always. They've been buddy together. Barry Trotz with Nashville Predator, Washington Capitals, New York Islanders. He works with Lane Lemberg and Mitch Korn, goalie coach. Buddies all the time. So when you follow Lou Lamoriello and you try to understand, okay, he fired him, Barry Trotz, he need a new voice. So at that moment, until yesterday, I said maybe Barry Trotz does not like what he hear from Lou Lamoriello as, he did trade David Tays, he trade Nick Lady, or something's going on, we don't know. Or maybe the player does not want to play for him, the system, everything like that. We talk about those situations, everything like that. So that's, for me, that's all right, makes sense to me. But now they hire Lane Lemberg. Now the red flag pop up to my head. Wait a minute. Lane Lemberg is the best friend of Barry Trotz. Lane Lemberg is an NHL because of Barry Trotz. Why they would fire Barry Trotz to take his best friend over him to become a head coach? You have 2 things here. 2 things. I believe Barry Trotz, he had maybe some problem at home. When I've said problem, not divorce, You know, he have a problem with this. He have a son, is autism, and he is really close. He's really a dad. He's really a husband. He's a really great human being. And I think he want maybe sacrifice that part of the hockey to be close with the family. That's we don't know because that's private. And secondly, is maybe burnt out. Like I mentioned to you, 20 years as a coach, the COVID situation, the family left and right, and then this. Because why he will be fired and then Lou Lamoriello turn around, go behind, take Lane Lambert over Barry Trotz. It disconnect the relationship because Lane Lambert will say Lou Lamoriello, no, if you fire Barry Trotz and you want me to become your coach, just because you fire Larry Trotz, I don't want this job. He will follow Barry Trotz. So he has something behind this situation with Barry Trotz we don't know. If ever he's coming back, his family is Manitoba. The only thing I would say to you, I see him more with the Winnipeg Jet if that's what he wants to consider his career in hockey. But that's fire, that situation with Barry Trotz is something behind we don't know yet. That's just for me another perspective I gave to you without knowing the reality behind that. But I always try to get around. I try to figure out other things what maybe people does not think about something like that. I'm just sharing my point about him. Right around, I'm not sure about this, but we'll see the next couple of weeks going to be what happening about that one over there. We need to focus on the hockey. Vegas terrible management. Pierre Martin said exactly so. Is Andrew Coop to key to the Rangers' success giving Panama as now he gave great. How much you will offer Cup and UFA this summer? You know, Cup and bring that line with Strom. The reason they bring Renault is because they expect maybe they will split with Ryan Strom. Ryan Strom is at $4 million, I believe 4.5. And I think they cannot bring him back. So what are you going to do? They're going to cut maybe a $5 million, $6 million Renault to stay with the team. I would not be surprised about that one over there. He's more complete compared to Ryan Strom. And I think that would be another great asset for the Rangers to keep him and let him Ryan Strom to go. Can he keep both? Could be. But both of them have to be a little bit more friendly salary to stay around Renault about that for Andrew Cup. He does again. It's Andrew Cup. He reminds me a lot what Andre Palette does for the Tampa Bay. They sacrifice. They hit hard. There's a two-play win players, and that's a good comments about that one also. Renault. He has so much talent, intelligence. Can he play? Man, the sky is the limit for Marner. With guys want your car, I think you will give it. Yeah, you don't play with that part over there. Mr. Michael Rosenblatt, welcome aboard. Michael, are you ready for you Panthers tonight? By the way, Michael, you're sharing with me the first position after the first round and the NHL bracket. Congratulations about that. A lot of drama with the Islanders coaching station. Islander have a new stadium. Is good. Yeah, it is. Renault. People love it. And that's maybe the reason why he wants to win right away, Mr. Lou Lamoriello. But again, it's another way. I said that I'm always called Jack. I forgot a go saw the coming, so made rental $500 from them. Mr. Pardon, Popcast is in the house. Do you think Alain Vigneault may eventually resurface? You know, Alain Vigneault and Claude Julien are almost the same age. Alain Vigneault, I believe, is 62. Oh, my God. I have to look about this. I believe Vigneault, because he was with me in 1995 when he was with All Olympics. He's 61. He still have, 1 or 2 years at $5 million per year. He lives here in Florida. I'm not sure if he will be back. At least it's like Vegas example. That's a great question about this, Alain. About Alain Rivigno, Barton, because I believe if he's coming back, he have to be a team he's not going to be with a team with rebuilding and return. You have to be where it's a solid team. And nobody talk about Alain Rivigno for Vegas. That's a great question about that one over there. But again, 61, oh yes, it's young. Yes, it is. But do we have this kind of, do he put on the table another $5 million? I don't know yet. You still have one more year to think about this. But when you have those kind of DNA and your blood, hockey, coaching style, everything like that, you maybe don't want to give up already at 60. We have a lot of coach at that age area. Claude Julien, Tortorella, Babcock, Kenville, they are all over 55 plus. So Julien right now is with Team Canada. Would you he want to go to Vegas? It's not a bad city to leave, by the way. So we'll be interesting about that. Michael, Coach Kanji, continue for a second. Thank you so much about that. Renault Belmont is terrific building. The light shot, thank you so much. Mr. ENORTAP is in the house. Mr. Bryce Garrett, welcome aboard, Mr. Bryce. Thanks to be a part of the show. Yeah, it's young about that one there. Marek shared with Freeman he believed Lambert was made head coach because Detroit was expressing interest in him and Young didn't want to go there. Yeah, so that's another subject about Lambert. Lambert was approached by many teams for at least for over 5 years. He was applied or whatever it is, and nobody hired him. So he was maybe on the list of Steve Azerman to get the next one over there. Who knows? But yes, I heard that too also about that one over there. He's the best coach not to win the cup. I'm 50 going on 85 on Michael Jose. And so you are right, but people whose strength are the stronger in the same days, people under the 130. And I go broke if I live in Vegas, about that one over there. And Jesper Watson signed a contract with the Minnesota Wild yesterday. Is entrance, same situation with Askarov for the Predators Nashville, both our goaltender. And let's move on with those three. I have like about 15 minutes to talk about this, about that. My video will be out the next 2 hours about my prediction. Happy 50, by the way. And Vegas need a fresh new coach. Someone like Todoro will clash with management about that. I have a meet up in Pattaya. Awesome, Renault. And true is a mindset as well about that. Tampa Bay, guys, versus the Florida Panthers start tonight. I make a video about this one. It's going to be out today. But I don't have it in front of me right now. So, look, the Tampa Bay situation is this. What is the condition of Brennan Point? That's the first thing. What's the condition of Kucherov? The second thing. Third thing, what Vasilevsky? Is it Vasilevsky the last 2 games, or is it Vasilevsky during the year or the first 3 games of the series against Toronto? What about them 6 going to do? Can the 4 line step up a little bit more? Those 4 questions, I don't know yet. We know what Cirelli bring, Killon bring, Palat will bring on the table. We know Edmund's going to be fine. We know Cernak can bring on the table. But still, Sergachev is another point problem over there. On the flip side, Florida win again the Washington without Huberdeau and barely Barkov. Imagine they win with them and they put a healthy scratch, a 30 goal and plus with Duclair. How deep they are. That's unbelievable. Proboski showed me a lot of things. The problem with Florida right now is their 2 areas. Their power play is 0 and 18 or 20, whatever it is. And secondly, their defensive zone coverage have to get better. And they have to be out of the penalty box. But imagine if Ray played the level he played. Imagine Huberdeau step up more, and also Barkov. They're going to go through Tampa Bay this year. For the benefit of the rivalities between Tampa Bay Florida Panthers and the future, Panthers need to win because you have no rivalities until only one team win all the time. So Florida Panthers have to win that one, and next year this is going to be bigger and strong and better for both teams because not everybody is going to be almost even. They probably beat the Florida last 6 games last season. It's going to be a really great battle between both teams. Will be interesting who's going to get out of this one over there. But I still believe that Florida Panthers is going to make a really great statement. Tampa Bay look tired. They have experience. I can understand that. I know who they've been there, everything like that. But I don't see that kind of urgency with a lot from Kucherov and Point with missing both or Kucherov at 50%. It's not going to be enough with the machine of the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers beat Washington with half of the lineup. Did not play what they were supposed to play. And I think they learned from that part over there. I think they're going to be more ready against the Florida Panthers. And then we know the kind of rivalry they have. Sam Bennett have to play a big role. And I think for me, it's not Barca with Bardo. It's the Verhey, it's the Reynard, it's the Lundell, it's the Bennett, and it's Mamin, and Listerinen. And you have Lumber between that part. You have Ekblad did not play at his max yet. He's maybe not full recovery at 100%, right? And that's the Chariot over there. That's the Forsling. That's the Gudas. That's Montour. And Bobrovsky goal like he did against Washington. I think Florida is going to make it. On my prediction, I predict Florida in 6. But we'll talk about a little bit more today about that. If Edmonton lose the series, Vigneault would be the perfect fit for the Oilers. Then you need a coach. I think World Growth, he will stay with the Edmonton Oilers. Pardon about that. Jake is over, get it off orbit. Saint Louis beat Colorado. Pierre Martin. I think the series would be quality opponent and injury at Kucherov. A point would be John Kimber. Big test of the playoff. I agree with you about that one over there. About this power play for Michael said is a problem. I agree with you about that one over there. The owner need to find a way to win or else Florida and 5 for Jose. Leave and 0. Tampa Bay and 6 Gators. Oh, you go again your team Gators. Francis, do you subscribe to the theory about a team like Tampa running out of gas? Been among the hockey they have played the last. We can see it. We can see how they play right now. They not play like the same they was 2 years ago. Whatsoever they missing Coleman and Goodrow and Gord. I don't see that kind over there right now. Jake Carolina in 6, Florida and 4 for Danny. Flame and 7, Jake Avalanche and 5. Jake Martin will win 1 or 2 split on the road, then win and 5. If they are going to be an upset in round 2, which team could you set up on that one over there? It will be St. Louis Blues. Florida and 6, honestly, Florida and 5. Maple Leaf star Michel Manor was the victim. Canadian. Thank you so much. And I pick it up everything, I think, all the way up over there. Let's go down a little bit about that. But Florida was very bad first round, even they won. Florida and 5, Avalanche over St. Louis. I hope my bracket at Florida to win or say it. Ben, me too. Panthers and 6, I go in our top. Florida will be the Bulls and 4. And Tampa is a print of the picking. Florida has a smell mud attack. It will be for win. And that's what we're at. Florida and 4 for Richard Molland. Let's move on now for the next series. Edmonton, the Battle of the Alberta. Edmonton, Calgary. By the way, guys, because we don't have a lot of time today, I would prefer to go with that one over there. And if we have more time, we're going to go a little bit later. But here is the Colorado Avalanche versus the St. Louis Blues. Start tonight at 9:30. Here's what's going on with that. It's maybe more closer when you do all the analytic number. It's more close what we think they are. The St. Louis have a really great special team, both power play, PK. The Colorado struggle on PK, but they are really good on power play. It's number 1 at 43.8. McCarr, McKinnon, everything like that. My only point interrogation for St. Louis Blues at that moment is Binnington. Is it the Bennington we saw the Stanley Cup? Is it the Bennington have a 1.67 at that moment? Can carry on that team all the way in Colorado. On the flip side, Colorado, no, but everybody said Quamper never win anything. But Quamper right now is at 1.63. He have a 0.94 save percentage. So Quamper can be very good also. Colorado Avalanche, like the Toronto Maple Leafs, they cannot grow through the round number 2 for 3 years now. That's the biggest problem for them right now. Can he go through this? Can McKinnon say, you know what, that's enough, we're going to go through that one over there. Colorado completely sweep the St. Louis Blues last year 4-0. St. Louis better this year. I understand that. But without Tony Crook, is it a problem? How Nick Lady is. How is Scandella is. 3 defensemen for the St. Louis Blues. On the flip side, the Josh Manson add, the Lekonen add, I think you have Cogliano, we have someone else on the bottom 6 for the Colorado, add some depth on defensemen. Girard have to be a little bit better if they want to have pushing better Colorado against St. Louis Blues. But again, the Perron, the Tarasenko, the O'Reilly, the first line, all of them score at least a minimum 5 goals. That's what they are right now, St. Louis. And they have to put Kirou right now on the 3rd line. How they is. Berube played the last 2 games, 11 forwards, 7 defensemen. Can they add Perinovic? I don't know yet. But that would be something to follow up with that one over there. I'm going to give to you guys, I did the video today, but I can sharing with you my video a little bit. And I think I have here about that. I don't know what is that. Here we go. He's too big. I apologize. I cannot do it right now here. But let's finishing with what we have in the chat before we move to the quiz. Colorado straight and 4, Blues and 6. Kadri versus Falk again. If Kako and Laffy can pick it up, that'll be interesting. They're going looking great. Blue upset Darrell H. Michel, Michael said Colorado and 7, Colorado and 6. Roster full of Star and York. Edmonton and 7 for Michael. Go Oilers, go Calgary and 5 for Darrell N. I like the Rangers, Dark Horse. And I'm going to game 3 in Tampa. Awesome. About that one there, please need to go with Bennington. Calgary will do it. Manor with eviction of Carringer. Thank you so much, RG, about that one over there. One of the league biggest error was getting rid of Calgary. His cap will be only 5.5, 6.6. As Colorado's series to lose. Yep, Renault. I cannot keep playing Paringo if for 23 minutes, 21 minutes expansion if it's a long series. In our tap, Renault Calgary was better fit for Tavares. 101% Renault. Based on what the first round went, who do you think have had the best trade deadline? Claude Stratic for the Florida Panthers. He is a number 1 best trade at that moment for me. It's really Claude Giroux about that. Now, if you think about, the Andrew Cup real well in New York, Lekonen's doing well in Colorado, I think they are really those 3 other teams also get something good about that. St. Louis Fresson, a team to lose over Canada, Comté ready to lose. Pierre Martin, is Kadri gonna be a year free this summer? Yes, he is. About that one over there. Please don't forget to click on the right. Panthers winning the Stanley Cup. Ellen Cave said, welcome aboard. Thanks for being a part of the show today. And don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. Again, tomorrow, we're going to do that series, the New York Rangers versus Carolina. I'm going to give you a little bit more longer the show. I'm going to review the bowl game happening. And then we're going to do also the Edmonton Calgary. And of course, every day at 6 o'clock, we're going to do all the prediction of that one over there. Coop must return to Madison Square Garden. Yes, they have to about that one. Nope, it was a marketing-based signature. Matthews will probably resign in Toronto anyway. Resign. Yeah, I think so. It will go back over there. Go Cats, Mr. Clan P. Welcome aboard. Thanks to join us. Don't forget to click on like. Take care, French. Thanks as always. Not a problem. And finally, we want to finish with the French quiz we do every single day. At the end of the show, it's 3 questions. One is under, over, and exact. Most of them are not much about knowledge, but about a little bit be lucky. But we try to bring some different questions about some happening in the past, everything on that. So that's happening. We want to congratulate Stratic. I went for the second game back-to-back. And also Kelly last night with Run with Kings. Both of them win the Power Play show. It was a great show last night with everybody about that one over there. So let's delve in about this. Oh, my God! First question of the day, guys. And take a time to explain to you. In the playoff history, how many players did score 5 goals on Power Play and plus and 1 season playoff? So season playoff 2018-2019, a year season playoff 2009 and 2010. How many in the history they did at least score 5 goals on Power Play for each season playoff? How many players did it? It's 60. Is it under, over, or exact? Renaud said under. We have over for Danny. We have Jose under. We have Pardon Podcast over. Richard Mullen under. Thank you, guys. Kilo said exact. Salah said under. We have RJ said exact. We have Yamo said over. Stratsik said over. Alexandre said under. And ENORTAP said over. Alexandre said under. Pierre Martin said over. As a lot of people. Glenn P said under. Thank you so much for the new people participate to the question. Most of them said under, over. Only few of you said exact. Oh my God! The answer of this first question of the day is exact. 60 player did it. We have only Kilo and RJ take the lead. Oh my God! Congratulations for both of you. The rest of you are 0-1, but it's not over. We have 2 more questions to go. Question number 2. And pay attention to my question number 2. Because from a question A, from the 60 player, how many of them did it with the Pittsburgh Penguins? 11 players did it. Under, over, or exact? How many of them did with the Pittsburgh Penguins? 11 players. Is it under, over, or exact? Renaud said... Danny said, wait a minute. I have to follow everything. Danny said under. We have Renaud said under. We have Glenn said 2. I'm not sure, Glenn. Pardon said under. Solar said under. RG said over. ENORTAP said under. Clint B said under. Alexandre Meilleur said under. Jose Duarte said under. Richard Molin said exact. Kilo said under. And we have Stratsik said under. We have Yamo said under. And we have Pierre Martin said over. And that's what we have at that moment. And the answer of this one, ladies and gentlemen, is... Oh my God! Pretty good for easy one. It was easy, and it's under with 10 players did it 10 times. So congratulations to one did it. Kilo take the lead at 2, but many of you are at 1. It's easier to tell you who is 0. Richard Molin and Pierre Martin, both of you are at 0 at that moment. Oh my God! Question number 3 of the day. Last one. Can Kilo go 3-3 or one of you join Kilo to win tie the game today. Here we go. And the playoff history. How many times a player score more que he play game in one season playoff with a minimum of 10 goals et plus? So my question to you is this part. The player scored 10 goals, but he played 9 games. The player scored 13 goals, but he played 12 games or 10 games. How many times this happened in NHL history? The player scored more goals versus of the game he played when he did that. The number is 11. Under, over, or exact? RJ said exact. Pardon P said under. ENORTAP said exact. Kilo said exact. Over for Clan P. Renault said under. Alexandre Meilleur said exact. We have Soler said over. We have Richard Molin said exact. We have Danny T said exact. Yamo said over. Jose Duarte said under. Stratic said under. Wayne Gretzky exact for Pierre Martin about that one over there. Here we go. The answer, if it's exact, Kilo today win 3-3 is the only one win today.
Oh my God!
And he did it. He win exact 3 good answer for Mr. Kilo today. Is accomplished the winner of the show today with 3-3, Mr. Kilo. Congratulations, following par many of you with 2, with RJ, ENORTAP, Alexandre Meilleur, and also Danny T with 2. Many of you are 1. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the history of the Friendship Quiz the morning, nobody have 0 good answer today. You guys, you did an amazing, great job. Everybody have 1 or more. Congratulations, everybody. I need to find better question to for tomorrow to make it a little bit more harder. It was too easy today. Kilo, congratulations with 3 today. You're the winner of the show today. Congratulations, and man, you know he's okay about that. And this concludes, guys, the show of the morning skate show. We'll be back at 6 o'clock, guys, for the prediction with ENORTAP for the warm-up show, 6 to 6:45. Only 45 minutes tonight because we have a game at 7 o'clock. The Panthers play again the Tampa Bay Lightning. We do the live stream, play-by-play commentary, of course, with the Hockey National Show. Until then, we want to remind you one more thing. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Awesome job, Mr. Kilo. Congratulations. Until then, my friend, we wish you an amazing, great afternoon. But we want to remind you, be well, be healthy, find a way not only dominate your day, or find a way to dominate what, Mr. In our terminology, they will say to you, of course, they will say to you 2022. Have an amazing, great day. See ya. Thank you so much, ENORTAP. Danny, thank you. Glenn P, Alexandre Meilleur, RJ, Pierre Martin, Jose Duarte, Richard Molin, Renault. Pardon Podcast, Richard Molin, Soler, Yamo, Stratic, Kilo, and RJ. If I miss your name, I apologize. Gators, I think he was there. Michael Rosenblatt was around. Have an amazing, great afternoon, everybody. You too, Jose.
Really want to know what's going on now. Is this another Get a grip now, just finish what you started. Don't like the feeling that I've been fooled, deceived and so misguided.